Okay, fine. Now it's audible, I think. Fine. Okay, so we have seen what in a last lecture, the evaluation of expression. Fine. Sorry, yes, evaluation of expression. Some programs also we have seen, and also we have seen some examples, right? Operators example. Now we'll continue with the type conversion. Before that, our lecture is supposed to be divided into 30 and 20 minutes. If you will be present in both lecture, then and then your attendance will be marked. So after 30 minutes, I'll just over the meeting, and then, or we can say I'll end the meeting. Again, you need to rejoin. Fine. So type conversion. So that means what? There are basically two ways are that we have seen. Either it will be an implicit conversion or explicit conversion. As I have told you, what if you are doing supposed to do the addition of two numbers. For example, one is a 5 and another one is 6.5. So what happens? This is called a mixed mode arithmetic, right? So mixed mode arithmetic, that means what? The both the operand is not of same data type. Fine. So what is supposed to be there? It should be converted. That means either this is integer, this should be converted into float, or this float is supposed to be converted into integer. So that can be in two way, either implicit or explicit. Implicit, that means it will done by the compiler, and explicit, that means we are supposed to be done. Whoever is writing the program, he is responsible to do the thing. Fine. So we will see the example for that one. First one is what? Or concept implicit. That means what? This is shown the direction, or we can say the hierarchy, how it is supposed to be converted. So see, you can character or short integer, then it will be converted into what? Integer. That means what? If one is a integer and another variable is of type a short integer, you can see I'll write st, short integer. So what happens? This short integer is converted into the integer. This is the thing how it will be happen. This short integer that will be converted into what? Integer. For example, if one is integer and second is unsigned integer, so integer is converted into unsigned. So this you can say this is the ranking is given, which of data type is supposed to be converted into another data type, right? So this is the thing that you need to remember it. Fine. If it will be asked in a theory, fine. So normally what happen? It will be converted into higher level. You can see that if it there will be a what? A long integer and another, so it will be converted into what? Unsigned long integer. Fine. So this is what? Implicit. Compiler will do itself. If you have write one is a 5 and second operand is 6.5, the error is not supposed to be there. It will do the processing, but what? The compiler inbuilt, it will convert. Fine. So this is the thing. Okay. See, we are not going to give you reminder all the time that join in a format, right? I think the Drishti has not joined in a format. So join in a format. Okay. Otherwise, you will be marked absent. As I told you, now I'll not give a reminder, right? Whoever the respective faculty is there in a coordination, they'll make a mark your absent. Okay. The next thing is what? The implicit type conversion, right? We are seeing this now. Example of this one. So example of this, we will see in which way. Here you can see some variables I have taken, and they are the data type. Just concentrate here. Integer I and X are of type what? Integer. F is of type float, D is of type double, and L is of type long integer. Now after defining this, I will be having one expression, that is X equal to L upon I plus I into F minus D. So which is supposed to be done first? That you already know, that we have seen in the previous lecture. What? The precedence and associativity. Okay. I'll unmute one and you need to tell me what is the meaning of a precedence. Fine. Now I will start asking also, so I'll come to know that you are clearing with the concept or not, right? 188 number Jai. 188 number Jai. What is precedence and associativity? Just unmute yourself quickly and give the answer. Jai, 188 number. Okay. Okay, you can't hear. See, here some variables are there. Fine. Now this expression is there. X equal to L divided by I plus I multiply by F minus D. So here more than one operators are there. That means multiplication, division, plus and minus. And all are not in a same category. Fine. All are not in a same category. So what here just this is precedence and associativity, right? So what is the meaning of precedence? That I need to know from you guys. Precedence. Okay, giving priority order of operation. Fine. I asked 188 number. See, you need to unmute yourself also, right? Otherwise also I'll mark absent. I'll feel like you are not supposed to be there. 188. Okay, order of operation, right? So that is precedence. That means what? In which order? It's not.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Sorry, ma'am. Connection issue is there.
Okay, fine. So suppose I will be having this. So which is supposed to be done first?
Oh,
The
ma'am.
expression you can see L divided by I plus I
Yes.
into F minus T.
Yes.
So according
Yes.
to the precedence, which is supposed to be done first?
L divided by I.
And why? It's a
Because,
correct
ma'am,
one. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
the importance and the priority as first as second, and the rank is also higher.
Okay, rank is also higher. That means the multiplication and division is it having same priority, right? And you
Yes.
need to say what? It will now go for associativity. So associativity for multiplication and division is from left to right. So the L divided by I is supposed to be done first. Fine?
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay, now you can. So in this way, you need to give an answer. Fine. So it will be done first. Now what happens? See, it will be again, we will get the answer L by I is done first. Okay. But what happened? You see the data type of L and I. L is of type long integer and I is of type integer. Okay. So which will be converted now? It cannot be done, right? It is called what? Mixed mode arithmetic. So what happened into that? It is not supposed to be done. So compiler will do itself because we have not write any code to convert it by us, right? So what happened? Compiler will take a decision. So this is called implicit. So you now see one is an integer and second is long integer. So which will be converted, right? See, integer. One is integer and another is long integer. So you can see that long integer is having highest rank as compared to the integer. So obviously that will be converted into long integer. Clear concept? Compiler will do this task. Fine. So now we'll see. You can see the first step. Okay, I have just make a animation here. So because I can't write it properly. So I is converted into long. You can see that, right? Because of what? Implicit. Then it will do what? Division. So the next step is what? Long is L and again this is long integer. Both the division will be done and answer is in what? Long integer. You need to take care of that also. Answer is in long integer. Fine. After what? Which process is supposed to be done? First multiplication and division and left to right. So division has been done. Next it should be what? I'll write here first. Then I'll write what? Second here, right? It should be done. But again, see I and f. So I is of type integer and f is of type float. So I want answer which is conversion should be taken place. Either again the question I and f. I is of type integer, f is of type float. So what conversion implicitly will happen? I will be converted into float or f will be converted into integer. That's answer I want from your side. And just okay, clear question. Okay, some are writing answer, but I want to unmute someone because I need to go in that way only. Then and then I'll get that all are you here or not. 197 Kush. Compulsory you need to unmute, huh? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What should be the answer?
Float.
Okay. Yes.
It will be converted to.
Which but I will be converted or F? That I want.
I will be converted to.
Okay.
Float.
I will be converted into F. So you can see now you can unmute. So the next thing is what? The I will be converted into float. Then it will do the multiplication, right? And your answer will be in what? A float. So multiplication division has been done. Now plus and minus is only there. So again it will go from what? Left to right because plus and minus will be having the same priority. So the next step you can see that what happened? Here the answer is in long and here the answer is in float. So long will be converted into what? Float. After that, the addition will be done. You can see float and float. Answer will be in float. So this is the third step. Okay. After what happened? The minus, right? Subtraction. So D. D is of which type? Double. And your final answer of this third step is float. So again, there are two different ones. One is float, one is double. So you can see that the float will be converted into double. Then subtraction will be done. Your answer will be in double. Remember, your answer will be in double. So right side, you can see this right side answer is in double one. Now you are going to assign your answer into X. But what is the data type of X? Integer. So though the answer is double, only the integer part is supposed to be taken and it will be assigned into X. Clear? Implicit conversion. And this is the hierarchy you need to follow as we have seen. The next one is what? The explicit conversion. Any doubt in implicit? Any doubt? Okay, fine. Explicit type conversion. So what? We are responsible. That means what? Whatever the thing is supposed to be done in implicit, I don't want to go in that way. That means I don't want to convert integer into float. But what happened? I need to convert float into integer. So for that, I need to go for what? Explicit type conversion. You can see that we are responsible. So what is the syntax for that? First, you need to write in a bracket type name and then expression. That means whatever you need to convert. And type name, that means data type in which you want to convert. Either it can be an integer, float, double, long integer, short integer, whatever. And here, whatever is thing is there, it is supposed to be converted. Fine. One small example. Float z, okay, float z, integer x equal to 20 and y equal to 3. Okay, z equal to x divided by y. So I want the answer what should be in z. X and y both are integer. That means integer division will be done. But left side variable is a float. So what should be the answer in z that I want? Okay, you can write down into the chat box. I want answer. I'm not asking data type. I want answer that 20 divided by 3 will be happen and what value is goes into the z that I want. But the answer will be in decimal. See, 20 divided by 3 both are integer. So only integer division is supposed to be done. But left side variable is what? Float. So I want what should be the answer. There are two possibility, right? That means 6.333 something will be answer. But left side is this right side, both are integer. So your answer will be only 6. Okay. But it will be assigned into float. So when we are going to print the value of Z, what should be the answer that I am asking? All right. Okay. One is writing 6. Someone has writing 6.33. Someone has written 6.0. Fine. 6.667. All are a wrong answer. 6.333. No. It will give you the answer 6.6 times 0. It will give you the answer 6.60. That means what? If a float, I'll be explaining. If a float is taken, always it will print up to the 6 decimal. After point, there are 6 digits is supposed to be printed. Now here there will be an integer division. Okay, here it will be both are integer. So the answer is only 6. It will not take 6.33 or anything. Answer will be taken 6. But left side variable Z is float. So when you are supposed to printf, if you do printf %f and then you will print Z, so it will print what? 6.000000. We will make the same program within a few seconds. Now, this is what it will do implicitly. But what happened? How implicitly? Because answer is in integer, it will be converted into float. That's why it is implicitly. Now, suppose I have written this. That means I have done explicitly. You can see that. Z equal to float bracket. In that one, I have specified float and X. That means X is converted into float. Okay, this syntax you can see. Okay, this syntax. Type name, that means float, and right. So this would be the syntax for explicit. Float X and then Y, divide by Y. So now what should be the answer? That means what happened here? Instead of 20, it will consider what? 20.000000. Again repeating, I have converted into float. So while it doing the division operation, processing, one is a float and another is integer. So it will give you the answer in what? A float. So at that time, the answer is 6.333, right? Whatever the thing up to 6 decimal. So this is the what? Type conversion. It will be the last topic. Some formatting of IO function is there. That means in scanf and printf, that we will see, right? Direct in a program. But this is the last topic of, I think, of unit 2, right? Type conversion. So what we have seen in unit 2, mainly operator, how to evaluate expression, right? What is the precedence and associativity, and we can say the type conversion. Fine. So any doubt up to this? So we will move to the now programming part. Any doubt? Anyone? Any doubt? Okay, fine. Okay. So, okay, before moving to the next one, I just need to explain the concept. I will do one program. So I will explain one concept. I want to do the swapping. Okay. Suppose two variables are given to me. That is, see, I cannot write it properly. That is, two variables are given. A equal to 5 and B equal to 7. Two variables are given. A equal to 5 and B equal to 7. This type of program normally asks, do the swapping of variables. Okay. Write a program to do the swapping. Okay, screen is not visible. Just a minute. Now, is it visible? Just confirm quickly. Is it not? Screen is not visible. Okay, fine. Text is not clear, that I know. But what happened? That's why I have just told you. I'll speak with that also. So I will be having two variable A and B. Blank space is seen. Okay. Yeah, I'll show the code, but just I need to explain first concept, then we will move to the coding part. That's why, right? I will be having two variable A and B. I need to swap those value. Okay. So how you will do? Because before that, we'll give you a simple example. I will be having two jug. Okay, jug A, and they are filled with the water. Jug B, same like a variable, right? In one jug, that will be a water is filled up to level 1. That means it is having value 1. And the B will be having, yeah. Ah, okay, some are writing the answer, fine. And the another is what? A level 2. B is having what? The water in that jug up to what? A level 2. So what I need to swap this? I need to swap this. Okay. Yes, 238 number. You just disconnect and rejoin quickly. Fine. Other can see, na? The screen is visible, na? Okay. So how it can be done? So swapping of variable. That program is called what? A swapping of variable. Now it will be asked in another way also. Yeah, we will take a extra jug. Yes. So what happened? The another way is what? We will be taking one extra jug, that is C. And I'm giving the name because I want to take variable, make a program C. So what happened? First, what I'll do, I will convert or I'll fill the jug C with the A. That means what I need to write? C equal to A. Right? C equal to, this is up to what? 1. Clear? Then what I'll do? This is my first process. See, the sequence is important. Then what happened? B, whatever in water in B, that I will be going to pour into a which? To jug this. We can say the A. So what I need to write? I need to write A equal to B. Okay, I need to write A equal to B. Then next is what? Whatever C, temporary jug we have taken, that will be moved to what? A B. That means this should be the third process. So last step should be what? B equal to C. Right? C equal to A, B equal to A, now B equal to C. So see, these are the steps. This is one way to do. To what? To transfer or interchange the water in the jug. Same we can go for what? A variable. This is what the program, or this, for this we have taken the extra, that is jug C. But sometimes it will be asked like without any extra variable, without any extra jug you need to do that. So for that you need to use the concept of operator. Again I am repeating, for that you need to use the concept of operator. Now we will move to the program, right? Clear concept what we are going to see in a program. Other program will also we will do of symbolic constant and all that. Fine. Doubt into this, so we will move to the programming part. I'll share the another screen of code block. Okay, fine. Okay, just a minute. I'll share in another way so you can see the both thing, output screen and both with together, right? Fine. So see the first we will go for the what? type conversion, right? We will go for the type conversion, and then we will move to the what? We can say the just a minute, the code block. You just leave the meeting, then I'll start again, and then you rejoin, right? Just we are leaving early by 2 minutes, so that we will cover in the next session. Enlarge it, right? First we will see the conversion program. First we will see the conversion program. Can you see here the same program I have taken, right? The z is having float integer x equal to 20 and y equal to 3. I have written x equal to x, z equal to, sorry, x by y. This is implicit, right? So here the answer should be what, as we have discussed in the theory, it should be 6.0006 times. After that, I have done what? Explicit conversion. That means either of the variable you can convert into float. Either you can convert y into float or x into float. Any way it can be done. And then just I have written what? Printf. Done. Okay, I'll save it. I will run and build it. So now, just a minute. Can you see the output screen? Can you see the output screen and editor screen both? Okay, fine. Okay, so you can see here the first output is what? 6.06 times, as I told you, right? Okay, done. And the another one is what? Explicit, that is what? I have converted one of the variable x into what? Float. So it will give you 6 point, and after answer, that is 6665 times and 7. So that means what? This is why we are going for the type conversion. Sometimes it will not give a correct answer. Fine. So we need to take care of this also. Clear or any doubt? Any doubt? Just a minute, I'll approve all who are in waiting. Fine. Okay, fine. Done. Okay. So now we will see the another program. First of swapping, right? We need to go for swapping. So I'll open a new file, empty file. I'll first save it. That is swapping.c. Swapping.c. Fine. Now it should be a swapping program. So I'll just write a comment into that one. I'll just large it. Okay. Okay, fine. Now swapping first should be the has include. Just a minute. Yes, fine. Integer main. In that one, I need to take a two variable, right? That is integer. Okay, just a minute. Integer a. Now I'll do here like C, a equal to 6 and b equal to 9. What is called? I have assigned the value to variable, right? And there are three ways: scanf, assignment, and initialization. What is the option I have used here? What is the option I have used here? Quickly, initialization, assignment, or scanf? Which I have used? To assign the value to variable, there are three ways. Quickly, you can write down into the chat box. Which I have used. Scanf is not there, right? Obviously. So it should be either the what? Initialization or assignment. No assignment. Okay, what is the meaning of if I am writing integer a? First, I need to clear the concept of your then, and then we'll move ahead, right? Suppose I have written a float Z. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this statement, float Z? Data type of A is integer. Okay, that means what? It is a declaration. See, I'll write down into the comment. It is called what? The declaration of variable, right? Now, with declaration of variable, if I am assigning the value to it, it is called initialization. Fine. If there are three ways, that's why I have explained you. Data type of Z is float. That is the meaning of that statement. And it is called what? Declarative statement, right? So if I'll write like this, float Z, and after that, if I'll write Z equal to 7.8. So this method is called what? The assignment method. Using what? Assignment operator. But if I have done a declaration of variable and assigning value to that at that time itself, it is called initialization. Clear? And if I'm going to use scanf, that means what? Scanning of that variable. Now any doubt? Initialization using assignment operator and scanf. Doubt? Any doubt? Okay, fine. So now what happened? I'll just remove this statement. So this what I have used? I have used initialization. Okay. Now what I need to do? I need to swap the variable. So for swapping, I need to take the temporary third variable. So see, I'm not assigning value to that, right? What I have done simply, I have done a declaration of that variable. Now what happened? First step is what? There are three jug A, B, and C. So what happened? Initially, whatever content, whatever water is there in A, I need to transfer into C. So C equal to A. Clear? Now what happened? Next step should be A equal to B. Whatever is in B, I need to transfer into what? A. Then whatever in B, C, that should be goes into what? B. So B equal to C. Clear? And after that, I'll print the value, print F. Okay, after swapping, because I need to write value of A and B, but it is what? After swapping, A equal to percentage D and B equal to percentage D. One student have written this only, so the answer will not come. It will give the garbage value. Okay, I don't remember the name of that student. But here, whatever percentage D is there, you need to specify the values, variables after that. Okay, return 0. Fine. Any doubt into this? This is what? Swapping with extra variable. Swapping with extra variable. I have taken one extra variable. Okay, done. I'll just first output window should be closed, and then I can run this program. Okay, I'll just do that. Fine. Yes. Okay, why we are writing return? That I told you, that I will explain you in detail when we will see the function. Because see, the main is what? The main is a function. Main is called what? A function. And whenever you are writing a function, it should be having some return type. Okay, and that is what I will explain in brief. If you can understand, here I have write what? Integer. That means some after the end of this function, some integer is supposed to be written. So that's why I have written what? Return 0. It will, if you are not write return 0, then also it will not give any error. But sometimes your program may give you a false output, wrong output. That's why it is we are writing. Fine. Okay. So see that the output is it showing the output after swapping A equal to 9 and B equal to 6. Fine. And here before swapping it is what? A equal to 6 and B equal to 9. So this is swapping, but with extra variable. Now what I need to do if I don't want to take extra variable, and hint is you can use a operator. You can use a operator. Fine. You can use what? Operator. Quickly take a screenshot of this one who don't know or who can't remember this one. Then I will explain without extra variable. Quickly just take a screenshot of this. Within the same file I'll do with extra variable. Sorry, without extra. So swapping without extra variable. So that means C we cannot declare. We cannot declare which variable C, right? So I'll remove that variable, only A and B. Now this I cannot write. Instead of that, what happened? I need to do some processing. That means what? The hint is what? I'm writing here with that. Use, okay, I'll just uncomment. Use plus and minus operator. Use plus and minus operator. Use plus and minus operator with what? A and B, and do the processing. Just think about few seconds and then give me the answer. You can use plus and minus. You can use multiplication and division also. Any two operator in combination you need to use, right? Okay, and you can write down into the chat box. Okay, some have written, right? Okay. So just I will simply copy paste here those statement and we'll see it will be worked or not. Fine. Okay, what I have what he has she has told, I'll comment it right now. A equal to A plus B. So what it will give? A equal to A plus B. That will give you what? A equal to 15, right? I have written in a comment what it will give. Then if I'll do B equal to A minus B. So what happened in a next statement? This, the A value is changed, which is in the previous statement that is supposed to be considered. Remember, if you are writing this way, that means what? Now B equal to, I am writing the whole thing, 15 minus B, that is 9, right? And so it will become what? 6. Clear? And after that, the A equal to A minus B. So what is the value of A? Now it is 15 minus B. So B will be 6. So it will give you 9. So see, it is changed, right? So he has used what? Plus and minus. You can use multiplication and division, then also it will give you the same answer. Fine, just we will save this program and we will run this. Okay. Okay. Okay, can anyone tell me what error is this? Okay, you are not supposed to. Now, Jai, the other person I want to answer. What is the error here? So, see, the error is expected semicolon before B. It is like this, right? So, what should be? Yeah, it should be what? Semicolon is missing in each one. So, I'll just do that, save the program and run away. Yes. Okay, semicolon missing. Fine. So, now you can see this, I think, right? Clear? After swapping A equal to 9 and B equal to 6. So this is what? Without extra variable. Now you have to do with plus and division. Okay, you do when you are doing practicing, you just do multiplication, division, or you use another way, and you need to let me know. Fine. Okay. Okay, done. Now the another is what? The area of circle. Simple program we will see. but we will see what we can say the symbolic constant we will use, right? Area underscore circle. Yes, and one more instruction. You are sending me the screenshot. That is fine, or a video. But I have noticed that the name of the program that you are giving your name. I told you, na, you are not supposed to give your name to the program. Just name it. It shows the meaning of that one. See, I have given what? Area underscore circle. CIR in short only. So in that way, you should give the name. Okay, your name, your surname. That is not the way. Fine. Area of circle. So uh, area of circle, and I will use what? Use symbolic constant. So you will be a revision of that also. The first should be has include stdio dot h, right? Dot h. The next should be what? Integer main. After that, I need to, okay, area of circle, right? So equation all of you are knowing, pi r square. Equation is what? Pi r square. So here I will take pi as a symbolic constant. So how to declare, how to define the symbolic constant? Anyone? How to define the symbolic constant? Which statement will be used? Just write down into the chat box. Which statement will be used to define the symbolic constant? Pi, right? Pi I need to take as a symbolic constant. So what I'll do? I will use a has defined. Okay. I will use what? Yes, has defined statement. I am not supposed to add math.h, right? Because this is what? Pi r square. Again, see, it is what? Pi r square. I'm writing here. So what I will do? Pi r square, right? I'll writing pi like this. R square, how it is supposed to be written? R into R. I will do like this. Pi into R into R. So this is area. Fine. Okay, I'll just enlarge it so you can see it. Okay. So for that, this pi I'll take as a symbolic constant, right? So what happened? Has defined pi. And normally symbolic constant name, it should be taken in a caps, pi, and the value is 3.14. So see the rules we have seen for the symbolic constant. It should be start with has defined from the first column. There should be one space here. Okay, that I have left, and there is no semicolon. There is no semicolon at the end of what has defined. Clear? Now for that, which type of, how many variables are required to calculate the area of the circle? It is only required what? Pi and radius. So already I have taken a pi. Now another is required what? Radius. So for that I will take a integer radius. One variable I will declare, that is what? Integer radius. Now the one thing is what? It is supposed to be stored in some variable, answer, right? So what I'll take a area, but it should be of type what? Float. Why float? Because the whatever answer will be there, that containing decimal point, because it will be multiplied with pi. Okay. Now next thing is what? How to scan the value. So for that I will use what? Scanf. Scanf percentage D, and what I need to scan, that is ampersand RAD radius. Fine. Now before that, if I'll execute this program, it will show me the blank screen. I don't know what I need to enter. So I will print what? The enter radius. Enter radius for circle. Fine. Any doubt? This is not compulsory, but for formatting we are writing. Okay, just scan the value. Then now next is what? Area. Area equal to pi, that is already defined. So I'll write that. Radius, RAD. For that I have taken the variable this. Clear? Now I need to print that variable which the area. So I'll write what? Printf area of circle is. Area of circle is. Circle is. Now I'll write %f. Why? Because that value is %f. Data type of area is %f. Okay, just a minute. Any doubt up to this? Last statement should be written 0. Any doubt? Okay, I'll just run this program. Will take some time. Okay, ma'am, there is a, yeah, you can use that power function is there, but right now no need to go for that. And if you are going to use a power function, Vedant, then you need to go for a math.h. You can do in that way also, right? Okay, why it is not running? Okay, just some printf. Here one error is there, printf, control S, again build and run. Yeah, I know, printf is missing, right? F is missing, fine. Okay, enter the C, radius for a circle. So when you are using scanf, try to write a printf first, right? So I have entered 2. Okay, then what happened? The scanf radius, enter the radius. Why it will be again asking? Yes. See, enter the radius for circle, that is 2. Area of circle is 12 point something, right? It will be multiplied with 3.14. Okay. Any doubt into this? Area of a circle. Same way. What we need to zoom out? The output screen. Kush Patel. Already I have increased the size of font, I think, right? For screenshot. But what you need? Editor screen. Just a minute. Okay, fine. Just I have zoomed. Okay, fine. So this is other can be asked what you need to find out the perimeter. It can be asked for area of rectangle, square, area of triangle. Any program can be asked, right? Just you need to use the equation. Fine. Any doubt? Okay. The another program is we are supposed to see that. Okay. Just you can area of a triangle and all you need to try, right? One of the program, yes, it is what write a program to convert Fahrenheit into Celsius and vice versa. Either you need to convert Fahrenheit into Celsius and Celsius into Fahrenheit, right? So any program you need to implement it by yourself and you need to tell me before the next session, before tomorrow. That means what? Declare a 2 variable, Celsius and Fahrenheit. If you are scanning if Celsius, then you need to convert it into what? Fahrenheit. You need to know the equation. And if you are entering it Fahrenheit, then convert into what? Celsius, right? Make a program of yourself and you need to show me before the next lecture. Fine. So this is about thing. Till that you practice on a more program, and if you any doubt, you can ask in a next session, right? Fine, or a doubt? Okay. Okay, now you can leave. Okay, fine.